What's going on, guys? Welcome to today's video. Today we're going to run up to the winter pasture and we're going to do a thorough fence check job. I haven't done that yet, which I'm kind of embarrassed to admit it. Usually that's the first thing I do when I get them up there, but my theory is, when I first get them up there, the grass is long, so they really got no incentive to try to get out, but they've been up there for a little while now, so it's time to start keeping an eye on things. So like every other time I check fences out there, we are going in the trusty Pioneer 700, but let me show you all the tools that I take with me. All right, so I'm packing pretty light on this trip because I'm not anticipating a lot of problems, but I've got all the basics that I'm gonna need. So the first thing obviously is a chainsaw. At the home ranch, we don't have to worry about trees falling on fences, but at the winter pasture, we worry a lot about that because it probably happens once a year. Usually cattle aren't gonna get out when that happens because the tree becomes its own fence, so to speak, but still I like to bring the chainsaw, just in case. So next is my fencing bag, and if you have a fencing bag, make sure that you replace the stuff that you use. And here I just have T-post clips, a hammer. I don't actually think I've ever used it, but I've got one. Gloves, of course, when you're working barbed wire, gotta have them. And a couple different sets of fencing pliers. The next thing that I'm pretty sure I'll need out there, of course, is barbed wire. I don't have very much here, but I could make a lot of splices with this short roll. If I need more than this, I'm in big trouble. So, speaking of making splices, I never go out there without my Ranch X wire stretcher, splicer, tool thing. I'm not really sure what this is called, but this is by far my favorite fencing tool. And when we're out there, I'm sure I'll get a chance to show you how to use it. Last on the list of tools is the T-post pounder. I don't usually carry this because it's pretty rare that I need to replace T-posts, but I just so happen to know that I do need to replace a couple T-posts today, so I'm bringing it. All right, guys, well, that should do it for all the tools that we're gonna need over there, so there's nothing left to do now but go over there. So let's go. So we got a little bit of rain last night. This is usually a dry road that I drive through, but now it's just going to be a wet road that I drive through. I don't know about you guys, but I'm 34 years old, but I'm really just a 34-year-old child with a mortgage because I still just love driving through the mud. Let's go. Guys, so we're here, but before we get down to checking fences, let's check out the herd and check salt and all that other stuff that we got to check every time we're here. So like I say, first thing is count them. All right, I counted 24, and that's what we should have because we took that one home the other day. Everybody looks pretty good here. So when I'm checking out a cow, what am I looking for? Oh, of course, now she moves. Anyway, we want to look at the hind end. We want to look at the front end. Who else wants to hold still for me? How about you, 35? So I'm checking feet. I'm checking eyes. I'm looking for any kind of abnormal. I like to watch them walk, like she's walking fine. And if it was closer to calving season, we would be looking really close at her bag to see if she's getting close to calving. All right, these cows all look fine, near as I can tell, so let's go check out a few other things and then we can look at the fence. feeding tub off the other day when we picked up the sick cow, and that has been 2 days now. 2 days. So let's see if I'm talking. Let's see if they found it and if they're eating it. We got a lot of tracks on the ground right around the tub, so it looks like they found it, and it also looks like a raccoon found it, because I don't know if you can see this or not, but see these I think these are from raccoon paws. Oh well, not much I can do about that. I don't think the raccoon could eat that much. Hopefully the cows are eating it faster than he is. Let's go check salt. All right, I gave him another flavor the other day just because I felt like being nice, but it looks like both salt blocks still look good. So that's pretty much everything we need to look at except fences, so let's get going on that. All right, so when I check fences, I usually always start in the same spot and just make a lap around the ranch. So let's do it. So this is unexpected. This turkey tried to jump out of the brush here, and he is caught in the fence. I wonder if there's any way I can help him without just getting destroyed. I didn't even have to touch him. He made it. Well, that just goes to show you, you never know what you're going to see out here. Let's keep going. So this fence down here is pretty overgrown, and it's probably tough for you guys to really see any of the wire on video, but so far everything looks good, but we still got a lot more to check. So this is the part of the fence line where the side hill starts to get pretty extreme. You know, it doesn't look bad at all on camera, but I always get a little nervous right here. These fences are old, but the brush is so thick. Like, look at right here. The brush is its own fence, so there's really nothing I need to fix here. I don't care if there's no wires left on this one. Cow's not going through that. So what do you guys think this is? Any guesses? I'll tell you. Right now we're on the river side of the levee, so when the water gets really high, this is just a gauge to tell how many feet deep it is. Alright guys, well that takes care of this side of the levee, and we actually didn't find any broken wires, which surprises me, but we still got another half the ranch to check, so let's keep at it. Odds are cow wouldn't be coming back in here anyway, because this is like solid berry vines. And I just assume everyone knows what berry vines is, but what berry vines are. Anyway, all these green leaves, they all have thorns on them. Not something I want to walk in, and I'm guessing a cow doesn't either. about does it for us here today. There really wasn't too much to do, which I was kind of surprised by, but we'll call that a pleasant surprise. Thanks for riding with me today, guys, and I hope I'll see you again on Farmer Tyler Ranch.